We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but
they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
19, Tiger, 19, Panther 11, come 19, come 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come on 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
19 Lions. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw again. He'll find his man. That's Tanner again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. Come on, set. Bravo 80. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a 1st down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and goal from the 1. Blue is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. His guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now McCarthy. This one caught by Davis. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And you look at this Saints defense. They're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
And this game, for them, is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
That is caught. There he goes, right side. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. That's complete right around the 8. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now they'll shift things around.
4-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Throws left side. Always good. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tutu Atwell. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go!
They'll set up a throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Kayvon Thibodeau. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. (7-7), our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They'll set up to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Lion.
He'll look to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They go with blue between the tackles. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's got it to Williams. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up fourth down. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Looking to throw McCarthy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive. But some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
To the air with McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing quickly out wide at one. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. Chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And just shutting him off there. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Down at the 25. From the 25, here's on 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Open man, that's Felton. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
3rd and 6.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try.
47-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will knock us up at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line. Made him kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And the Saints
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
at the 38-yard line.
60, let's stay 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 2. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Everybody's got a song called Star running up the pop charts.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The slot man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Here's McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. He'll try to do it himself. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Here's second and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Here's third and a few inches.
Mustang 19. 70 Lion. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all they needed. First down.
I've been a quarterback yet that didn't enter the ring with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried to run through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 17-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's downfield. He's got Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Back to throw now on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how it can hurt you. And he is swallowed right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And it takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now McCarthy. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Brian Brzee able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
70 rings, go! Hawks, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught.
What?
Williams.
How is that possible? He has fucking zone tail. Yo, bro.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket.
Never seen zone
See the
tail.
receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. 2 minutes left to play in this football game.
Threw it right into a fucking X Factor zone. He said, nah, we got to break that out.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready? 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Dragon 60.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man. It's Williams.
You try to go for the SWAT and die? You try to go for the SWAT and die. It's crazy.
They're not shy away from throwing the football. They've leaned on their quarterback to
start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, but that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Tried to go for the slot and died.
Here's 1st and goal.
Come on, go!
They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, it's going to be kept out of the end zone.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now!
They'll run. This is Blue. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stopped the play right there in the middle of the field. I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And this is going to come up well short as they stop them on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8.
It's a wide open fucking pitch, bro. Wide open pitch. 90 fucking yards he was about to go.
That mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, John? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy because of a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here now, 2nd and goal.
60, here we go, Shaq! 70 Lion!
Back to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Ready?
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
2 yards on the pickup in 2nd and 8.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, Just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Minnesota, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date and so.
There was one more piece left, called a keystone. There were thousands of people that showed up to watch this crowning event. And the gap for the keystone was too small, less than a meter. They knew this would happen, but it was still a challenge to deal with. The gap needed to be almost 2.5 meters for the keystone to fit. Part of the problem was the heat from the sun causing the stainless steel to expand. The south leg of the arch received the most sun, so they decided to spray water over the side to cool it down. And as part of the original plan, hydraulic jacks were put in place to move the legs with just enough room to fit the keystone. After a few tense moments, the keystone successfully went in and the workers were able to weld it in place. The engineers had done their job and the arch was now complete. The stabilizing truss could be removed and the arch could move.
Babe, what? I think we left Luca on the hammock. Really? Babe, yes. Did we? Luca? Luca? You did. Luca. Oh my God, Luca. I'm sorry. Yeah. Babe. What? Wait, I'm going to son. Luca, come here. Come here. I forgot about you.
We beat to rap what recording. Whoever came up.